What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of Market Marauders. Be the market, one trade at a time. If you're new to the channel, Market Marauders investment channel basically gives advice on how to find the best deals in the market. Just a go-to. Secondly, down in the description below, there's some suggestions for some books. I think every investor, young or old, new or old, to investing should read. So down in the comment section below, in the description section below, there are actually some book suggestions. So check those out. They are Amazon links. I do get a small percentage, so just let you all know for checking those out. Now today I'll be giving you my top 3 penny picks for the week. As you all have seen, the market's been down, but it actually bounced back up. The Dow did recently, so kind of interesting to see how the whole economy is really you know being affected and the ins and outs. I'm fairly new to investing. I've been investing for 4 or 5 years, about. So you know this has never happened. I wasn't investing around the 2008 bubble. I was still, in school and stuff back then. But, it's interesting to see how the market, has changed as time goes on. I think it's, a good learning process for, young investors, getting into investing. I think it's an exciting time. Lots of things to learn from what's going on. And for older investors, more veteran investors, I think, they can learn something too as well, and yield their experience based on the 2008 crash as well. So anyway, every week I give my top 3 penny picks for the week. So let's jump into that. So for number 1, I have ticker sign AYTU. So this is I2. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. I2 Bioscience Incorporated. So their moving average 50 is 96 cents. Moving average 200 is $1.18. They ended on Friday at $1.82. So it's currently Saturday. So the market's closed, and depending on when you watch this video, that price is going to change. So just bear that in mind. Also, the way I do my analysis is I like to give some background information on the stock as well, because I truly believe that just looking at stocks, charts, and just following trends of charts is not truly investing. I believe true investing is going and learning more about the company and what it does, and what products they make and how they are profitable or not profitable. I think that is a very important part of investing, and not just going out and following trends of different stock patterns. That to me, I don't think is investing. So with that being said, jumping into one of the press releases from the actual stock, the company's website. So if we look on here, we can see on the 23rd, they came out with an article about the commercialization of the FDA allowing for the company's distribution of a 2 to 10 minute COVID-19 test. So if you guys have seen in the news, they've been trying to find different sorts of tests to help out, instead of doing the drive-through thing, kind of the self-testing thing. And that's why I picked this company, because I think they're really on the cutting edge of trying to do that. So also, if we see on the 25th, it says that they regain NASDAQ compliance. So if you guys follow like a lot of penny stocks, that's one of the big things about penny stocks is being NASDAQ or whatever market they're in, compliant. And it's hard for a lot of companies to be compliant. There are a lot of companies out there that don't have compliance or struggle to make compliance. But the fact that this company has compliance, and they're also in kind of this niche market of trying to help find something to help cure this COVID-19 situation, I think could yield them to be a lot more profitable in the future. Going into another one of their press releases, this is just diving into the press release that was right here. And by the way, if you're new to just looking at stocks and doing research, if you're trying to figure out how do I get this information. It's just all public information. Every company that's publicly traded has press releases. They give you investors information on, financial situation of the company, their earnings. They have lots of stuff like updates on products that they're making and things that are basically going on in the company to inform their investors so the investors will know what's going on. I just basically went and Googled the company and did press releases, found their website, and it actually pulled up this page. So this is actually under the investor tab of their page. So if you're new to investing, or you never really done any research on a company, then that'll be your go-to. You're just gonna go and Google the company's name and press releases, and usually in Google it'll pop up this website or a website similar to this. It's gonna have all press releases of the actual company. So it's not special knowledge that you get. It's just knowledge that's out there for everybody. But one item I wanted to highlight on here, it says A2 expects delivery of its first shipment of 100,000 tests this week. The company has been in discussions with healthcare distributors, healthcare institutions, medical practices, and government agencies, and it's working quickly to begin distribution into the U.S. Healthcare supply chain. This from the CEO, he says, we're moving as quickly as we can to bring the COVID-19 rapid test to the U.S. professional medical community with product now in transit. Our warehouse in Colorado is optimistic. We're optimistic that we can have test kits ready for sale in the very near term. Basically they're saying they got test kits ready. FDA, is kind of approving it, and they're moving forward with that. So I think, just along the lines of that situation, I think the company is going to be profitable because there's a really high demand for tests and test kits. And any company that I feel, is around that sort of niche, I think, will be profitable in quarters to come because of that. Now, jumping to our number two stock, we got ticker sign ASTC for Astrotech Corporation. So their moving average 50 is $1.85. Moving average 200 is $2.04. And they ended the week at $3.63. So they are way above their moving average 50 and their moving average 200. Diving into some background information on Astrotech, we can see which one of these was first. The 27th, 25th. Okay, so we can see Astrotech developed a screening instrument for lung diseases, including COVID-19, coronavirus, and pneumonia. So basically, they're developing, I think it's a breath test to detect if someone has pneumonia, COVID, or coronavirus. So, it's sort of like the previous company, but it's not really because this is a breath test. So it's called the Breath Test 1000, and they were trying to seek FDA approval of it to test it to make sure that it was a feasible solution to help with that. And here it says the company believes that this unique mass spectrometry technology that was initially developed in collaboration with NASA and the U.S. Army and TSA is ideal for lung disease testing applications, which are now under development. So basically, it's something, almost like a breathalyzer that's being repurposed to help screen people to see if they have COVID. So, repurposing things that are already out there, I think is a pretty cool and pretty innovative way that companies are kind of trying to combat this, because it's not really just like a United States problem. It's a global problem. So whenever a company comes out with a new way to repurpose something, it actually helps the company because they don't have to go and build something from scratch. It's kind of like they're repurposing something that they already had, which is fantastic in my opinion, and it just shows how innovative a lot of companies can be when it comes to that. Now this was on the 25th. Now they had an article that came out the 27th, so this was Friday. It says Astrotech's breath test 1000 confirmed to detect lung disease with metabolites no metabolites at parts per billion. So basically, it's saying that the item that they're trying to develop worked. So it says on March 25th, company announced working on to detect COVID-19. So the company reached a milestone in the vision, providing what it believes to be a highly accurate field instrument that is subject to applicable regulatory approval. May provide lung disease testing worldwide. Today's news is exciting because it accelerates the development processes of the Breath Test 1000, and we believe gets closer to joining the front line of the fight against lung disease such as COVID-19. So, it's just basically saying they're getting closer to actually, detecting it, and they're seeing that this product could actually do what they said it was going to do. So, with that being said, I think the company's going to be profitable, especially that they tested it and they're confirming that it can do what you know they're trying to get it to do. And lung disease is also, something big as well. Not just, COVID-19. Uh, for people who like smoke or people who have pneumonia or anybody with lung disease at all. If you can get a test that can see the early onset of that, or the effects of like smoking, you just take a test and you see, hey, you really should slow down, or you are your lungs are struggling. I think it's a pretty good innovation. So you know, people racing to try to find a, a cure for this is a good thing, but there are also other innovations that are coming out that are going to help other things as well. So I kind of liked, and that's why I picked this company, because I think they're making a product. To help lung disease, but it also helps other things as well. So it's kind of, a very innovative way to produce a product. So that's why I picked them as my number two stock. Now, diving into it, let's go to my number three stock. So it's ticker sign BVSN. So that's Broad Vision Incorporated. Their moving average 50 is $2.71. Moving average 200 is $2.19. And they ended the week at $3.37. So they're above their moving average 50 and their moving average 200. So going into one of the articles from Broad Vision. So I think Broad Vision is like a company that similar to like Zoom Media, but just helps companies get people together. Um, you know, in some sorts of ways of communication. It says Broad Vision and VM OSO announced free alternative solution to Microsoft Teams and Slack. So basically, Microsoft Teams and Slack are. I've used Slack, but I haven't used Microsoft Teams that much. But Slack is basically like there's an app on your phone that you can use to communicate to people, make different groups. As well as just basically a communication link between people. I used it for one of my projects back in college. We used Slack to communicate between our team. Just to say, hey, we're meeting today, we're not meeting today. These are updates that I have. Microsoft Team I know is being used a lot to communicate. To me, from what I used of it, it reminds me of kind of Skype or Skype for Business. Just another way of communicating back and forth with between coworkers. But the fact that this company Broadvision is making a alternative to those that is free, I think we'll see the company actually increase, in my opinion, its value, because you know things like Microsoft Teams and other services like that, they are not free. So there's no real free version for that. But as people are forced to be in shelter in place and things of that nature, companies are kind of looking for alternatives to get those lines of communication together, because you're not going to go and you're not going to have your personal cell phone making group text messages between people. It's not really professional. So there has to be other alternatives to that. And I think this company's yielding basically a alternative to meet a demand. And if you guys follow Zoom Media, you can see their stock has been going up quite tremendously since the whole shelter in place and more people working remotely thing has happened. So I think a company along that line, such as this one, I think can yield to be profitable as well to help alleviate companies for that solution, find a solution to that problem of having to work remotely. Now, for you guys who stayed to the end of the video, I got a bonus number 4 stock for you. So let's dive into it. So the bonus stock is Immunogen Incorporated, ticker sign IMGN. Its moving average 50 is $4.33. Moving average 200 is $3.38, and it ended the week at $3.70. So it is above its moving average 200, but it's not above its moving average 50. So it's like right in the middle, and it's kind of on a breakout from where it dove down a little bit. It's on a little bit of breakout. So that's always a good thing. Diving into this, we can see they actually had their earnings quite a while ago, and from reading this earnings, it seemed like they were doing a lot of different developments of new drugs, as well as their revenue was pretty good. So for financial results, because you know unless you're in the medical field, you really don't know about all the different clinical trials of all the drugs and stuff they're doing. In my personal opinion, that's just not my sector, so I can't really speak on that and say, hey, it's really good development. Um, they have a drug and it's in whatever trial, whatever phase, and it does, whatever thing. But what I can talk about is the financial results because, that's a really important factor when it comes to the value of a stock and its profitability. So going to total revenues for the fourth quarter and year in December 31st, 2019, it says it increased to 44.4 million and 82.3 million respectively, compared to 13.4 million and 54.3 million for the same period in 2018. So basically, their 2019 was way more profitable than their 2019. Their 2019 was way more profitable than their 2018. So that's always a good thing. And you all can go on their website and read more about this. Just do the same thing. Type in press releases for this company, Immunogen, and you'll find this same article that I'm reading. But I think they're going to be yielding more profitable. They have a lot of developments with the company, and I think they're just one good stock to watch. If you don't invest, they're definitely a good one to watch, especially since they're on a breakout now and they're really close to the moving average 50. And they've moved past. They're kind of hovered around, have a little bit of resistance at 370. It seems to be, but they're kind of hovering around that resistance. And I think one more breakout, and they'll be above their moving average 50. So if these are things that you like, if you like stock picks and just finding better deals in the market, then make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, like, comment, share, and I'll see you guys next time. Good luck trading out there. Peace.